Example. Calculate MOC, that is marginal opportunity cost. Marginal opportunity cost, it is called MOC. Producing more rice in place of wheat. This is the question. At various combination. Wheat. In kg, 190, 70, 40, 10, 0, and rice. This is sum. This is nothing but sum. $87. Seven. Now MOC is nothing. Then 10, 100 minus 90 is equal to 10. Here 25 is equal to 0.4. First one is nothing because there is no production of rice. Second one, they change from 100 kg to 90. So it declined by 10. It increased by 25. So it is the formula of del y by del x is equal to MOC. This is the formula. This is the formula. You have to consider this formula and do this sum. Then 20, it is 20 by 25 again, because 50 minus 25 is equal to 25. Is equal to 0.8. Perhaps you can calculate this 25, 20 divided by 25. Now 0, you get 0. Then 8, 200. This is the method. Now 70 to 40, that is 30 by 25 is equal to how much? 30 by 25, 125, 5.0250. Then it is 1.2. 1.2. Next, 40 minus 10, that is 30 by 10. It is easy, 3.0. Now 10 minus 0 is equal to 10, and 87 minus 85 is equal to 2. So is equal to 5. This is the method. You should calculate MOC. That is the calculation of MOC method. Okay? So PPC curve is concave to the origin. It is concave to the origin. Can this PPC curve be a straight line? Can this PPC curve be a straight line? Yes. If MOC or MRT is constant. PPC curve, PPC may be a straight line if both are equal. If both are equal, change are equal. That is PPC, that is MOC is constant. If MOC is, yes, if MOC is constant, yes, if MOC is constant or MRS is constant, the PPC curve will be straight line. The PPC will be a straight line. Right? So we have read that how can you measure MOC? MOC means del y by del x. Del y means the change of first production divided by the change of second production. In this case, wheat. You are leaving wheat in order to increase the production of rice. In the first case, you are only producing 100 kg of wheat. Then you cannot produce rice. The production of rice is 0 because your resources does not permit you to produce another commodity if you invest all the capital in the field of other commodity. Therefore, as you are utilizing your total capital in the field of wheat production, you get 100 kg or 100 quintal wheat, then you will not get any amount of rice. There is 0 amount of rice. But you want to produce the combination of the two, you decline your production from 100 kg to 90 kg, that is 10 kg. As you leave 10 kg wheat, you are getting 25 kgs of rice. And again you decline your production of wheat from 90 to 70, that is 20 kg. You leave 20 kg. and then you get from 25 to 50, that is 25 kg of rice. It is now increasing. The production or availability of rice is increasing in the first case, and the sacrifice of wheat is also declining as a greater rate in order to get more and more rice. If you want more and more rice, you have to sacrifice more and more wheat. This is marginal opportunity cost or marginal rate of transformation. It can be explained with the help of diagram. So this is the diagram. This is the diagram. You are getting here, that is A1, it is B1. Then you are leaving this amount and getting this amount. This is more than this. The area is more than this. You are getting this, but you have to sacrifice the amount of this. Therefore, PPC curve, the slope of PPC curve is decided by del y by del x. Now, one thing you have to read again, that is, I am removing it. The difference between positive economics and normative economics. Difference between suppose here positive economics. First I am writing, then I will discuss. Number one, it deals with issues related to past, present, and future. Past, present, and future economic behavior. Whereas normative economics deals with the opinion of economists, the opinion of economists related to economic problem. Number two, it relates with what was, what is, and what to be. It relates with what should be. Number 3, the statements are not necessarily be true or false. This may be true or false. But these cannot be believed. As true or false because these are opinion only. Now we try to understand that positive economics deals with issues related to past, present, and future economic behavior. That is the economic behavior of the people regarding the past economic activities, present economic activities, and future economic activities. This is the thinking of the economics which is considered as positive one. I am now in a very good condition economically. I am now in economically very good condition. I should think about the future regarding my economic condition. This comes under the positive economics. But in normative economics, it deals with the opinion of economics related with economic problems. Only the economic problems. What are the problems of the economy? It is the food crisis or something else. It is considered here. And number 2, it relates with what was, what is, and what to be. What is the position of now, and what was the position of the economy, and how we can improve and change our economy is the problem of positive economics, where it is related. Under normative economics, it is relates with what should be. We are not considering the past, present, or anything, what should be. And the last one, the statements are not necessarily be true. These may be true or false. The positive economics consider this. But normative economics do not believe rather as true or false. They state it as opinion.